video I'm going to show you how I integrate real tube amps with my Helix. I'm going into the Line6 Helix here, into the regular guitar input in the back. And then a effects loop out comes into the Marshall, and then the speaker out of the Marshall goes into this mini rock rec from Rivera. I'm actually not using the voicing in this, it's actually just a reactive load going out, and then it's coming back into the return of the Helix. The same thing is happening on the next effects loop, but it's going into this Peavey Masterpiece 50 right here, back out again from the speaker out into this Rivera RockCrusher, and here we're picking up a couple of IRs and then going into like your time-based effects and reverbs and stuff like that after the amps. So in front of the amps in the Helix, I do have a couple distortion pedals loaded, as well as the volume pedal, and also a Roland Space Echo model. I think it's called a Cosmos, but I'll show you that in a second. But right now I'll go ahead and play and show you just some of the ways that it works. Right now there are no drives or anything on. It is going into the Marshall, and then we'll switch it over, and that turns it on to the Peavey. And we have the speaker IRs that are loaded up. These are ML SoundLabs, I believe, but I'll verify that and let you know in the description down below which ones they are. That's the Peavey Masterpiece. It has I can change the channels on its 2-channel amp. And then the Marshall. On something like just a little overdrive in the beginning, this would be an exotic boost. Okay, now I'm just going to show you a few of the effects, just some of the flexibility of the Helix. So we're going into the Peavey, and we just have a clean tone, a little bit of reverb on there, and that's I believe a plate or room reverb. This is a kind of like a Roland Space Echo called a Cosmos Echo. This will be in front of the amp. And then if we put on some distortion, it becomes a little more apparent. This is one called a Helisphere, so it's kind of an ethereal type delay reverb mix. It's kind of something nice if you're just creating that kind of pad or ambient sound. That, and then this would be fuzz distortion. And it cleans up pretty good with the guitar volume, so. This is King of Tone type pedal. It's called Air Apparent. It's the smaller version. Chorus pedal. And some other reverbs. This is kind of like a Strymon type reverb, but go to the Peavey for this. We'll just leave it on the Marshall. And then, last but not least, just another bit of flexibility with the Helix is to incorporate a looper. Now, it has a looper in it, but if you wanted to use a looper where you were getting drums or something like that, you can put that on. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful and inspiring for you to create your sound.